chest.
What's up? All right, stop over here. No, it's a native word. Yeah, put that over there for us, man. Can you please? Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, thanks.
Should I do one more of this? No.
For posing.
Posing.
Yeah, for posing.
I'm leaving.
No, man, you're going to take yours to the thing.
He set it up already.
Oh, you set it up?
Yeah, it's filming us right now.
Running?
It's running.
But I'm not in it. Hey, am I in
You
it?
gotta do it.
Come on, man. Can you see me here?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, no, I'll be there helping you. Here we go.
You can see him, right?
Come on, man. Let's go, Emiliano.
There.
Let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh.
I'm lifting 200
Come on.
pounds.
Keep your head up. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. We're putting on our chest. Artist sent you here with no chest. You're getting a chest in Jamaica. Oh. 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 Come on. There you go. Good job, man.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
job.
yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yes,
There's a thin line between handsomeness and ugliness.
there is.
And you just walk that line.
I passed over it. I just parachuted over the thing.
Gentlemen.
Hey,
So, do you have any thoughts?
hey, interview him for 1 second, man.
Do you have any thoughts on how we could find some
Ask him on camera.
answers?
Why are you asking him for what?
It's,
Because that's part of his job then. Okay, can I at least...
He keeps talking to people without the camera. Are you okay? Can you,
Do you have any ideas on how the youth is so influential by other youth to resort to extreme violences?
Okay, my opinion is this then. We have a generation of what is known as barrel children. Their parents seek better advancement, better cash by going abroad and sending their kids home, taking away the family structure.
closer.
Most of our kids seek for inclusion. So as it was said earlier by Mr. Akins, they form gangs. The gangs are formed off of weak moral values, therefore it's accelerated. So even though you'd say, hey, if they had a parent there, yo, you're not a snitch, no, it's the right thing to seek justice. But with the absence of that moral authority, they follow the best they can find. And sadly, without correction, you have acceleration, which turns to extreme violence and lack of morals.
But how does it make sense to resort to violence? How is it something to be proud of?
Sense is a reason.
Gives them
We're taught
reason?
reason. For instance, in our reasoning, we say we cannot steal, it's better to work. This is our moral reasoning and moral value. Now, if you have a child who is indoctrinated at this age, you don't snitch, this is what you do. And this is the only reasoning they have. That's what they appeal to.
So how can they find more respect in stealing rather than more self-respect and actually doing hard work? How is it easier to find respect in doing the cheap thing?
It's a question I don't know how to answer. I can give an opinion,
Yeah.
experience. You have a classroom full of, I'm a teacher, you have a classroom full of kids. The one child in class who studies hard to get that A
Yeah.
and can see a future is neglected and beat down because the others are taught, why are you going to study, you're going to get education, you get a mediocre job. If I steal from everyone who has an education, I'll benefit financially. I'll be included in the social atmosphere because I have what is known as the bling. And then on top of that, the means to the end is the attitude, the violence that I had to distribute.
So how come, if we live in a world of thieves, how come some people decide not to go that way, even though it's innate to steal? How come they decide to not go that way and earn more self-respect by doing hard work?
No clue.
Because we are in a world of thieves, technically, you know?
We are.
And we live in an extremely sensitive world. So some use sensitivity to do good, some use sensitivity to do bad. So the people who choose to steal, they're being sensitive and they're being normal. But how come it feels wrong for someone who has succeeded in life?
I have no idea. I have a biased opinion. I
A
don't.
biased opinion?
In other words, I believe that I am a result of my environment and my upbringing. My environment thus far has been the same as theirs, but my upbringing has been completely moral. I was never allowed to get away with lying. I was never allowed to get away with stealing. I was never allowed to do these things. I was never allowed to mix. So for me, some things are instilled in me that, no, I cannot do this. Now, a child, I've taught children who everything they're taught was do not steal. You need to, and not from their parents, but from their parents. If you want this, you need to go out and get it. You don't have to work for it. If they have it and you are stronger than them, you take it.
So how come it impresses more to do the hard work rather than actually impressing?
Who does it impress more to do hard work in our society? Is more the people who are idolized in our society are the thieves, the killers, the musicians, not the teachers, the nurses. Doctors are because their wages,
Right.
but when this is recognized by the general society, it's too late for them to go and get that education to reach that earning potential, in my opinion, again. But
Too late. But the problem is that
but then
somebody.
they still have access to this money through the other means of violence and drugs and prostitution, tearing down other people.
But what I hear you raising is the issue of influence.
Yeah, it's pure influence.
And,
That's
and a
not
multifaceted influence. Influenced by family, and influenced by wider family, which is a village. And not just influence, but secondly, persistent influence. You're not allowed to get away with. All right? Not just once or twice or three times, but keeping that moral code consistently going.
So how come if someone decides to not steal and hard work, they earn more self-respect for themselves? And how come people who do steal get punished and basically ruin their lives when they go to jail and don't get a second chance? Because jail basically is only punishment, not correction.
I think your view, and forgive me, but I think you're viewing. I'm only speaking context of our country,
Right.
because, for instance, it was said in one of your movies, I went to jail with a diploma in marijuana and came out of jail with a degree in cocaine. That is the same thing out here. You go to jail and you think that you're being punished, but the reality is you're being educated to come out and do work than you went in. We do not have a reform system here. There's no reform going on in our culture. So, and self-respect, our self-respect out here is not deemed on hard work. Our self-respect is deemed on income. What can we do? What can we earn? What can we get?
Regardless of how that income is gotten.
So, I mean, I think you have to investigate certain paradigms because the structures out here, morally, is not the structures I think you're looking at. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying this on camera. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go
but
ahead.
yeah, our complete value system is completely different. Our parents leave us to go make better for us, but in reality, it's making it worse. I mean, it's twerked. Go and look at any child whose mother, I can't say father, but whose mother is absent.
Yeah.
See where that mother is. The one who's being bad, who has these temperaments. Even if she's trying, see what the father is. Somewhere along that line, you're going to find somebody who wants good, who wants to do good, who wants to provide, who either left their child or find somebody who was left. I gotta go. Go, Michael.
All right, man.
Okay, you don't have time for more?
I was supposed to be out of here a while.
Yes, he's got to go.
Okay, all right. Well, it's good talking to you, man.
It's good talking to you.
Thank you a lot for this casual interview.
It is. If you want to get it answers next time, give me a prep.
All right, sounds
It's not
good.
Michael's fault.
We'll hit you back again. No.
Michael, in a week, what's up here, all right?
All right?
All right, brother. Come on, push it. There you go. It's hard, huh? Bringing that
Mama, it's
muscle
your
out.
turn. Let's go.
Oh shit. For what? My turn for what?
Upper chest. Hurry up, hurry up.
Good, it's good. Can add a little more to that, huh?
Whew. Your turn over here now. And be careful not to lead people when you're questioning them, here.
Huh?
Be careful not to lead persons when you're questioning them. In fact, I think we have to come down with a set of write down a set of questions that you're to pursue.
What do you mean by lead?
In other words, remember, you have your own areas of influence or opinion.
Right.
And as an investigator or researcher, you can't lead persons based on that. Okay?
Right.
All right. So for example, that bottle of Celtic behind you, you may have used it, and perhaps you got some good out of it.
Right.
But your job is to ask me questions on this bottle.
Okay.
So if you say to me, so what do you think about that bottle of Celtic behind you? And I say, well, I think it does a good job. I gained 10 pounds using it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't lead me by saying, well, question number 2. That one around there, I mean, I use it and I noticed it did something. Why didn't you use that one instead? No, don't do that. You know, don't lead them based on what you're influenced by.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Allow for questions that simply draw on the context here, because really that's what you are here to do. So we'll sit down later today, maybe at Boston Beach, when you're not making up your face so much, from a little exercise on your abs, and come up with good questions that lead people. My homie, hey, don't be getting up.
What?
That's not 100.
I have to do 100?
Yeah. You're on camera, man. I mean, people all over the world are
I'm
watching
waiting for this. I'm doing alternates.
Oh, right. Alternate 110.
You did 100 on this?
My goodness, man. Don't be wimping out on me. You're a young investigator, not old. You know? I mean, if your dad was here, he could wimp out on me. Not saying he's old, but he was here. If Rich Davis was here, he could wimp out. All right, how many you got?
9.
Oh man, you're doing them slowly.
60.
Oh. Woo! Woo! Come on. I'm going to show you another chest exercise this morning.
Okay.
Pump up your chest for Boston Beach.